What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Dubstar, and we're returning to Make It Better 2000. Thank you again to Phil. And the next track is Stay, Just Stay. It's a single word title. Those are tough to get a read on, even if the meaning, as in this case, is quite clear. It could be a request, an entreaty, a plea, a command. So the tone of it or the intensity of the word remains unclear, and though the situation does as well, one would be inclined, I think, to suggest or to assume, or at least to hypothesize, that it relates to some relationship, maybe not necessarily romantic, but that would be my inclination, in which the person speaking is feeling or perceives that the other person might be about to leave, to depart, to engage in motion away from, and is urging them to wait, to try to sort things out, to try to repair any problems, or find a path forward together. So that would be my assumption. We'll see what I can pick up on our first listen. This is Dubstar, the track is Stay, and it's from their 2000 album Make It Better, which seemingly has a nice little thematic connection to the record title. Oh. So like backward bar into the next track, it sounded like. But yeah, so I wasn't wrong when I was thinking it might connect to the album title and the concept of making it better. But the whole thing feels like there's a dark underbelly to it. It sounds in one way like she's willing to do anything, even, for lack of a better term, like objectify herself and subject herself to the pleasures or whims of the other person to prove how much she wants this. But then it also sounds like she's maybe in a like dominating position. It sounds like she's like reassuring someone who is perhaps intimidated by or feeling controlled by her. So I don't know, like it sounds like one of those unreliable narrator kind of tracks where, you know, people say that about like novels when you're reading through the eyes of a particular character, and so even the non-dialogue lines aren't necessarily what's really happening. It's their perspective, and it's up to you, the reader, to try to take a elevated view and connect the dots, if you will, and maybe perceive that what you're hearing in that chapter is not really, from as best of an objective perspective you might have, what's taking place. It feels like maybe that's happening here. And the Sonics give a similar vibe. That main riff, it has this almost like Near Eastern, Middle Eastern type of feel to it, and it feels like a bit wicked, a bit like tension filled. And in that regard, some of the lines, again, they seem like there's a subtle danger in them. And it feels like like her name's Sarah, right? And like Sarah will make it better, so it's hard not to like think, wow, you know, is this autobiographical? Is there some, you know, direct real life story that's being told here? Now obviously, you know, even if I was hearing that right, you can talk about a Sarah in a track, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's exactly what's happened in your life, but it's hard not to ask that question if I'm, again, hearing that phrasing correctly. I do think there were some moments where her voice like overlapped itself. There was some layering of her vocals, so I almost wonder if there's a bit of that like kind of different voices in your head all kind of talking at the same time being expressed through the Sonics. But even if that's not the case, it definitely felt like a bit of a whirlwind of attitudes and suggestions. But again, fundamentally, it seems like she is saying, even if there's nuance to it, even if there's a darker underside to it, saying, look, stay, I'll make it better, I'll make this worth your while, I'll sort you out, I'll give you what you want. So yeah, I do wonder, again, from a more objective angle, what this relationship looks like, and whether we're getting a straightaway description of it, or whether we're getting a description through the mind of someone who's perhaps not well, or maybe not even healthy toward the other person. But I like the, you know, syncopated breakbeat style percussion. It's not normally what I think folks would think of when they think of dance floor. That's, you know, more like 4/4 beats where that's, you know, kick drum with a hi-hat and so on. But I could definitely see people grooving to this on the dance floor. It just has that like heavy, not heavy necessarily, but powerful percussion, and in that breakbeat sort of rhythm, it just, you know, I could think of some dance steps to that, is I guess what I'm saying. So a fun tune, one that I'm curious to hear Mark and or Phil talk about, and ultimately I will try to keep more regular with the Dubstar deep dive. It's one of those ones that like I'll do a couple and then I'll forget about it for a while, and then I'm like, oh shoot, I need to get back to it. But it's back on my radar now, so hopefully the next one will come in a couple weeks, or, you know, 3 weeks or so. I'll try to keep it at least one per month, so bear with me. Do let me know what you think of this, and I will see you next time. Peace.